Here's a list of the things we're going to use to make gum paste poinsettias. If you don't have any gum paste, you can take some red rolled fondant and add some tylose powder to it. And just make sure you mix it in really well so that the tylose is all incorporated into the fondant. That will allow the fondant to behave more like gum paste. I really like the Wilton gum paste boards because they have the plastic flap so you can keep your cut pieces from drying out. So I need to roll my gum paste to a thickness of 1/16 of an inch. So I'm going to use the pink spacer rings for that. And I've sped up the video so you don't have to watch me roll out this gum paste in real time. But once I have it all rolled out to an even 1/16 of an inch thickness, then I'm going to cut out two of the medium stars and one small star for each poinsettia. The reason I have two of these gum paste boards is so I can use the back of one for cutting my pieces and then store the cut shapes underneath the flaps of the second one. And so that's what I'm going to do with these stars. I'm going to have to roll out the gum paste again and cut some more large stars. One thing that I've found helpful when cutting shapes out of gum paste or fondant when you really need them to keep their shape is if you can remove the scrap gum paste first and then use a small angled offset spatula to gently lift the cut pieces off the surface. That helps keep them from stretching and they'll maintain their shape better. I'm going to use a silicone veining mold to add some texture to the poinsettias. So I'm putting each point of the star, I'm trying to center it on that large vein running down the middle there, and then I'm just gently pressing that triangular tip of the star, into the veining mold using shaping foam. And you can see there it gives it some nice texture. And so that these dry with a little bit of shape to them, I'm going to let them stay in these flower former cups, and that way they won't dry flat. So once you have the first star done, you want to go ahead and do another one of the medium or the larger stars, and then you're going to put one star on top of the other using a little bit of piping gel there. Try to position it so that the petals of one stick out, in between the petals of the bottom one. And after I have my two larger stars, I'm going to do the same thing with one of the smaller stars, and I'm going to use some piping gel again to place him right in the middle there. This flower former is actually a little bit shallow, and I think I want my poinsettia to dry with a little bit more of a cupped shape to it, so I'm going to put it in this smaller flower former. And now I'm going to add some pale yellow sugar pearls to the center, again using piping gel so that they'll stick. And then once you have all your sugar pearls added to your poinsettia center, you're just going to let it hang out in this flower former cup until it's dry and set. I'm going to make another poinsettia with a different camera angle this time, so maybe you can see better what I'm doing. And I have sped up the video, so it won't take forever. Once I'm all done texturing this bottom star shape, I'm going to put it in the small flower former so this poinsettia will dry with more of a cupped shape to it. Okay, so I'm going to do my second larger star shape here, and you don't actually have to press all that hard on the shaping foam to imprint the veining texture onto the gum paste. It's kind of just a gentle press. And just remember you want to put a little dab of piping gel in between the layers so that the flower stays together. I try to position the small star so that its points go in between the points of the middle star. And then just remember to add some piping gel to the very center before you put your sugar pearls in so that they'll stick. And then leave them to dry for a few hours in the flower formers. Okay, I'll make one more poinsettia from this camera angle. Again, I've sped up the video so that you don't have to watch me do the whole thing from start to finish in real time. I'll try to figure out a way to add some music or something during this bit so you guys don't get bored or go crazy with the silence. In case I can't figure out how to do that, talk amongst yourselves. Here's a topic. Did you know that Kroger now sells satin ice? Seriously, I saw it at my local Kroger store yesterday. The 24-ounce box of vanilla and chocolate for $3.99. with the Plus card. If you don't have a Plus card, then you can't get that price. But still, I mean, $3.99 for 24 ounces of satin ice, that's pretty freaking awesome. So check your local Kroger store. I guess now I don't need music. And here you have gum paste poinsettias.